the reason, perhaps, that people hang on to their hates so strongly is because if they lost their hate, they'd be forced to deal with their pain. Jimmy Baldwin said that.
Wow.
In Manhattan, at Grand Central Station, I ask for information. This is such a total time and space warp. Am I really here? Is Bruce really here with me? What decade is this? About 38 years ago, in the mid-60s, I fortunately connected with the amazing Bob Fass, radio guru and host, progenitor of the counterculture. We've blossomed into lifelong friends. Miraculously, he is doing his show now in 2003, as he has for most of the last 40 years, beaming freedom sounds out over the airwaves. We can hear Radio UnNameable over the internet in the Bay Area of California, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time. His show starts at midnight in New York City on Thursday night, Friday morning. Bruce and I go on a mad drive to Wall Street, getting there with the help of a BP gas tanker driver in Astoria, Queens, after we went over the wrong bridge, and he led us back over to Manhattan and FDR Drive. Here we are in the studio, on the air, as Bob Fass's guests.
And I'm joined in studio by Bob Fass, the host of Radio UnNameable.
And we go around killing each other. So why do we... But then we call each other names, honky, racist, all these names make people furious. And they don't know what they're doing. They become toxic. And you say, kill them all and let God sort it out. How about peace and justice? You believe in that? And sometimes you have to sit down and go limp for justice. Did you ever hear of nonviolent resistance? Come on, you get her, Rilke? But all of our history is covered with blood. Every people has a kind of a demonic past. Every people. Yeah, so it's time to say, okay, let's end the cycle of murder. From now on,
with his assistant, Bill Propp.
As Stephen Israel says, Arabs and Jews are going to get together to smash the state. See, I mean, it's this divide and conquer stuff that's confusing everybody. But now you know it. So maybe, maybe we can have Dalmatians and Walt Disney movies, like that. Sure. Really? He went to the school where I studied that years ago. It was a wonderful answer to some of the other calls. Is that all right with you? Yeah, so do other people, though. Let's see what happens when I do that. I'll put them on with you. Hold on. Hi, you're on the air. Yes. Right, and they'll lick their fingers when they do it. Well, we're all hypersensitive to some things, Not most of us. Well, you see, you're afflicted by that because the things that you're sensitive to are not that common. Because acting is very simple and straightforward. It's not. He doesn't chew the scenery, although John Goodman and everybody else acts like they're a Popeye cartoon.
Knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
In 1974. That's a while ago. So, I mean, don't go to, I mean, the Earth, Wavy will probably be in touch with us very soon, I hope. And maybe we could hear a little more of that. This is WBAI in New York City. And where is Mr. Wavy?
It's great to see you, Bob. I mean, I have to say, I've said this before, but Bob gave me and so many other people my start in radio. I mean, we're talking Steve Poston and his wife Laura Rosenberg and I were lost in a cab with a guy who didn't know Wall Street from Shinola, and we were going round and round and round in circles and talking about you. And
don't take any market tips from that guy.
No. But I think if there's one word that could sum you up is...
Watch it.
No, that's not the word. It's generosity. You got me my first job as a weekend announcer, and you gave me some tape to cut, even though I didn't know how to do it. And one thing led to another, and then the whole staff walked out in one of the many Pacifica uprisings. This is about coverage of the Vietnam War, and the morning show was open, and I auditioned for 2 weeks and got it, and the rest is history. But thank you. That's what I came down here to say, is thank you for being, and for all the wonderful radio you've done that I listened to and modeled myself after you.
Larry, if
Brother Bob, I just want to say,
we're
I'm astonished that you've
past
been
the
on this
bedtime.
plane for 70 years. I don't know if I can take another 70. It's been hard enough dealing with the life you've lived.
Wait a minute, truly...
You're a goddamn problem. It's not so easy dealing with you, Bob Fass. You're unnameable. You're unlocatable. You're out of category. The corporations are bewildered.
I've had so many of them, mine don't matter anymore.
I just want to say that living the life you've lived, 40 years in independent radio and 70 years on this earth, I just want to say that you have challenged us to make up, invent, create unnameable independent lives. And I don't know what to do about that except to try to do it again tomorrow morning. In fact, you're coming into my moment right now. Bob Fass, you're coming right in. I think oh, wait a minute. Help me now. I think I'm about to stop shopping again.
Sitting near us. Afterward, I whisper to Bruce, "Now you have drunk from the elixir of my youth." In Manhattan, at Grand Central Station, I ask for information.